Okay, hello and welcome back to my F1 2021 My Team. Sorry for the lack of posts in the last couple of days. I've had a lot going on, but it's all sorted now. And we should be back to daily or bi-daily uploads. But yeah, we're here in Spain. I don't like Spain. I don't actually know why I put Spain on the calendar. Yeah. To be fair though, Spain itself, I like most of the track up until Sector 3. Once you get past turn 10, I hate that section because it's that annoying uphill corner that you can, it's like that, yeah, when you come out of turn 10 down the long DRS straight, and then the whole of that chicane section in the last corner, hate it. Anyways, we'll get into qualifying. Next game, there will be, luckily, the new update to the track. So we won't have turn 10 and 11 being a straight section. It'll be a curved corner, which I like. But yeah, our first qualifying lap was absolutely rapid until this happens. Norris ahead crashes, and then an Alpine and Leclerc stop there. We only just managed to actually survive. But we actually did keep track limits, which I find really, really funny. Anyways, as we come through on our second lap, we were gaining a little bit of time. But in Sector 3, we were quite slow last lap, so we gained quite a bit of time here. You can see we went about half a second quicker, and that's just due to that last sector, which just makes or breaks a lap. But as we go to cross the line, we don't actually improve, and we stay in P6. But it was worth a try, and we did improve time-wise, just not position-wise.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. George Russell did very well in qualifying yesterday and will start today's race from pole position. And Nikita Mazepin completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Aitken, Reed, Lando Norris and Raikkonen, Armstrong, Gasly, Tsunoda and Max Verstappen. Sainz, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Stroll, Robert Schwartzman and Matsushita, Hamilton, Latifi, Sergio Perez and Guan Yu Zhou, Leclerc, Ocon, Giovinazzi and Daniel Ticktum. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright, I don't know what's happening with Mazepin, but he's had the best of luck recently. He's been promoted up into P2. The Haas of Nikita Mazepin is starting on the front row. And if his performances keep up this season, qualifying wise, and then if that can translate into the race, he might get a promotion next season. Especially with people retiring. Hamilton, Verstappen, and Leclerc all might retire at the end of this year now. So we may have to extend an extra season even, just to see what happens with Nikita. Or we'll do like a 10 race season or something, just to get them out there. Anyways, here we are then, in Spain, in Barcelona, at the Circuit de Catalunya. We're underway for the Spanish Grand Prix. A great start from us, Aitken on our left, putting our foot down a bit earlier than we usually do to try and get a bit more grip, get a bit more speed. Into turn 1 we go. Nikita Mazepin and Leclerc. Oh, Mazepin. Come on, don't be doing that. Just push Leclerc off the track. Sorry, not Leclerc, Russell. It was Russell the whole time. Just push Russell off the track and now he's out of the race. Cheeky bugger. Anyways, at the end of lap 1, going through the sector 3 section, that chicane where we'll probably end up losing some time. However, we haven't lost too much time. We will now have a bit of a slipstream down to turn 1. Nikita Mazepin second the fastest lap, as whoever comes at P1 at the end of the lap always will. But it's looking good for now. Raikkonen a little bit further behind us. Mazepin half a second ahead. Now, prior to the race, I did actually go and put in a couple of laps in P1 just to work out where I can accelerate and not accelerate without traction control. So we're doing a little bit better than I thought we would. But as we head through into turn 10, again, this section has been reprofiled for the 2022 season. It's not that long straight, it's just a nice left-hand curve, which I've raced before, or driven before, and it's really nice. But, okay. Bit of corner cut in there. I don't really want to get a position here. We get fastest lap, but we don't really deserve it.
New fastest lap of the race.
That's a tricky one, because we went over the curb, and we couldn't really do much. We would have lost the car. But as we go alongside Nikita Mazepin into turn 1, we are out and ahead through turn 2 now. But he is still alongside us, is dropping back a little bit. And as we head down towards turn 4... Okay, no, he's come back into turn 4 around the outside, but we're just keeping the line tight, and he's still there. He goes ahead of us into turn 5, and Raikkonen slips down our inside as well. We're going to have to try and get that position back off of Raikkonen. We'll have DRS, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think there's much we can do here. He's pulled away. Yeah. I didn't even know Raikkonen was that close. He just slipped down our inside. Anyways, finishing off lap 3 to start lap 4 of 17.
We're approaching the pit window.
Okay.
You'll be on the cards. A new strategy is available.
No,
on the
Jeff.
MFD.
You've got to stop asking me about these new
copy that.
strategies, because I never take them. Anyways, we're catching up to Raikkonen and Mazepin, as Raikkonen made a move for Mazepin and didn't succeed. We might be able to get past Raikkonen into turn 4 here. We're very, very close on his rear around the outside of turn 4. We're up into P2 again. We've got past Raikkonen and the Alpha Tauri.
Running out of fuel before the end of the
No,
race.
we're not, Jeff.
Stop
We're
being
like
little
half a lap
conservative with the
down.
remaining fuel, please.
Shut up.
It's lifting off the throttle and letting the car coast to the braking
Jeff,
line.
Jeff, shush, shush, shush. Bloody hell. Alpha Tauri not to spec that they were last year. But anyways, we finished off lap 4. We're very, very close behind Mazepin. He's pulled away a little bit, but we will have DRS and he won't. So we should be able to catch up.
The car behind
It feels really weird talking about Mazepin in P1. Can we talk about that for a second? As we go round his outside into turn 1, having to move over a little bit, because I thought he might try and get back at us through the corner down that inside line. And the indicator was red. Luckily he didn't for us. But yeah, Nikita Mazepin in P2 currently. P2. He qualified P4, got promoted up to P2. Yeah. Alright, so coming in this lap for mediums. He might stay out an extra lap. Nikita Mazepin comes down our inside into turn 1. Nothing we can really do to defend that, but we have got the position back with a better line out of turn 2 and through to turn 3. We're back out ahead. Nikita though, absolutely flying at the moment. I don't think he actually crashed much last season. He didn't finish good, but he didn't crash much, and for that reason he had a pretty good focus. So that's not what you like to see. That is not what you like to see. He's gone alongside us into turn 7. He will have DRS. Yellow flag behind. I don't know who that is. That looks like a Red Bull. Maybe Sainz. He's in the gravel. He's in the gravel. There's gravel there.
On the track. The safety car is being deployed. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Jesus. Alright, safety car's out.
Confirmed.
We're coming in this lap. I'm assuming everyone else will.
Slow down.
But he went in the gravel.
Negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Sides. You're not helping yourself, lads. Yeah, so we're going to come into pit this lap. Most people, if not all people, will follow me for mediums. Yeah, let's just hope we can get a decent enough stop. Maybe like a 2.5. A 2.5 is pretty average in the game, so I'll take a 2.5.
Lando in the pits.
Yeah, literally everyone has piled into the pits to get that one pit stop. It's a perfect play. It's a perfect like time for it because I was going to pit this lap anyways. Right. Oh, 1.9.
You'll be racing on the
okay.
Exit now.
Okay, we won't be racing on the exit, Jeff. We're on the safety car.
You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Oh, I don't really think the order switched up much. Maybe at the back with the double stops. I mean, people are still in the pits and piling out. But yeah, with the double stoppers, people get held up. But for the first team, like the first people to come in,
you're leading, so don't pass it. Stay behind the safety
nothing's changed. Anyways, at the end of lap 8, safety car coming in. We're controlling the pace as we always get to do when we're in first, which is great because it means we can never have a bad safety car start because the AI don't start full throttling it until I full throttle it. Maybe we can have a bad safety car.
Okay, clear.
Restart it in first. But nothing. Oh, dipping a wheel into the grass. No track limit, so we're fine. Into turn 1. We're ahead, still in P1. Nothing's really changed. With tracks that have really slow or really fast corners at the end of the lap, you never really get an interesting safety car. Tracks like Baku, where it's a long straight, when you like start speeding up down that straight, it can be a bit interesting. But yeah. Anyways, lap 11, Nikita Mazepin into turn 7, goes along our inside to try and get up and past us. He can't really make it. I don't think DRS has been enabled just yet, but I could be incorrect here. Nikita Mazepin right behind us, still trying to get that position. There's nothing he can do at the moment, but he is trying so very hard to try and get this win. And honestly, I've been making quite a few mistakes, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can at some point. But for now, Nikita Mazepin in P2, Jack Aitken in P3. Mazepin in P2 has completely blinded me to the fact that there's a Williams in P3 as well, and an Alfa Romeo in P5. Everything's just weird this race. I don't really know. Nikita Mazepin with DRS goes down our round our outside, into turn 1. We can't really fight for that position back because he was already fully ahead by the corner.
Lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Okay. Yeah, there was nothing we could really do there. But we are still behind Mazepin into turn 4. Nothing yet we can do. We need a slow corner or some that's not good. That's really bad. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, we have DRS on Mazepin now. Lap 12 out of 17. Let's see. Oh! Pierre Gasly lost it out of turn 8 and collided with Hamilton. As we go back to green flag racing on lap 15, heading down towards turn 1 behind Nikita Mazepin. ERS fully enabled, pulling to the right hand side, trying to fake him across, but he just isn't moving. He's too far ahead to want to move. Let's see what we can do here.
There's been an incident on track resulting
Jeff,
in loose
I
debris.
do not care.
Fortunately, the
I do not care.
clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
Still don't care. Anyways, finishing off lap 16 to start the final lap of the race. Mazepin still in P1. We will have DRS down. No, we won't have DRS down the straight. We won't have DRS. So there's nothing we can do.
Enabled. DRS is now enabled.
DRS enabled for this lap, but there's only one zone where we can use it, and it's not a very long one. We'll see what happens. As we head up towards that zone, through turn 6 and into turn 7 now, turn 8, that little right-hander. Let's see what we can do. We will have DRS, but we're just too far behind. We'll be able to get onto him, but we won't be able to get past him, I don't reckon. This could be a Nikita Mazepin victory royale. Let's see what happens. There's nothing we can do. As we go through towards turn 13, Nikita Mazepin struggled all season. 8 seasons in, he scored less points than his teammate did in one race. But that all changes here. Nikita Mazepin will take the checkered flag as a Formula 1 race winner. What the fuck?
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you pulled through. Thank you.
Jeff, I started P4 and came P2, and you're really happy. When I start like P13 and come P2, you're pissed off. What? Like what?
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race it was. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
Today was another great race and an even greater victory for Haas. Here they come now to step out onto the top of the podium. They'll be incredibly happy with today's result.
That's not something you see often. Nikita Mazepin in the Haas livery. A race winner. Started P2, finished P1. 25 points to his name. An exact 25-minute race. That's quite a long race. Normally 25%ers you get like 20 minutes. 25 minutes is quite long. I guess it's 2 safety cars though. I've had Austrian races that have lasted for like half an hour. Just because of the fact it was like a safety car on the first lap of racing. So, but yeah. Lando Norris did finish the race today, P6, which is very nice for us. Dan Ticktum in P12, but Jack Aitken also joined us on the podium in P3. It's so crazy. Mazepin won to the point where we forgot that we forgot that Jack Aitken came P3. It reminds me of Spa in 2021, where it was such a crazy non-race. People forgot that George Russell in a Williams was in P2. Oh wow. I'm lost for words. Luckily, Mazepin can't contend for the championship just yet. I mean, he will be able to at some point, possibly, if he continues this track record or whatever. I don't know. If he continues the way he's going. But for now, we take the championship lead. And, yeah. We're ahead now by 9 points on Lance Stroll, who is still wanting this championship after last year. He's still miffed off that his car just wasn't good enough at the start of the season to contend. He's only 9 points behind. So we'll see what that equates to in the next couple of races. We'll go to Monaco next and then Azerbaijan after that. And I think AlphaTauri have a pretty good power unit. No, they have a pretty bad power unit compared to everyone else. So it could be a good race for us there. But we have Monaco next with no traction control, which will be hell. But anyways, thank you for watching the race. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, Mazepin in P1. Wow. Okay. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for the Monaco Grand Prix.